Okay, hi there guys again, this is Mr. West. So you've had a little play, you've had a little go at creating a canvas and drawing a few things possibly. Now what we want to do is actually get into Photoshop a photo. It is probably the best photo editing software that you can use. So let's go. There are three different ways I want to show you that you can put in a photo into here. One is by going to the internet and copying and pasting an image that you may want. Right click, copy. Right, Control V, will paste in an image into there on a new layer. So you could call this whatever, kites. Okay. You could then also go to a folder location where you have some images and literally drag and drop. That will have it there. You must make sure you tick the box because that will apply the transformation. You can then change the layer bottom right here. Okay, so this could be jump. Okay, I'm just randomly labeling them. Okay, then you can move them around using this pointer tool. This one to get familiar with. I would very much recommend that. And finally, there's one other way where you can go File, Place. Okay, here's one that I just had earlier. Whale shark, Georgia Aquarium, Place. Now, not that you would want to have a whale shark swimming under you, although I do think they're particularly, I think they're quite harmless actually. But there we go. So you can place it in, you can copy and paste, or you can actually drag and drop that in. There are other ways, but that's a few basic methods of putting in an image. Now, once you've got that image in, you'll notice that you probably want to arrange this in a format that's presentable, because at the moment it doesn't look very good. So what we're going to do is using this selection tool here. Okay, it's called the Move tool. If you press V on the keyboard, it will then go to that. So you can click onto that one. Make sure you're on that layer. And if I wanted to, let's say, make it slightly smaller, I could press CTRL T. That gives you this transformation boxes. If you hold down Shift, you can change the size of it and move it around. Okay, you can move it to wherever you want. You can also rotate it slightly. You can also flip it around if you wanted it to flip around that way. If you right click, you can also do all sorts of other things such as rotate, flip, vertical, flip horizontal, and you can basically have a bit of a game with that. You can also warp, distort, and change all sorts of things within the transformation, which is really clever. So the transform tool is a very, very powerful tool, one that I highly recommend you familiarizing yourself with. Once you've then done that, if you try and do something else, you must then make your change, but be careful to be happy with that, because once you have made it, it is sort of a final effect on that, although you can always take a step backwards. Okay, so as you can see at the bottom here, the background, if I don't want that, I could delete that by pressing the bin and click yes, and it will then just create a sort of a mixed background. Control T, I could change the size of this one. I'm going quite quickly just to sort of show you there. Tick the box. I could click onto this one, Control T, and I could change the size and rotation ever so slightly. So there's just a few different ways that you can manipulate images around the screen and show those things there. Highly recommend you having a go at doing Control T on images and playing around with all of these different things. Go ahead, have a go.